They say if you're chasing after something, then it means it's running away from you. This truth encapsulates the reality of a twisted and fabricated modern dating dynamic. Take a look at the men that inhabit the modern world. A forgettable persona, weak character, and a desperate yearning for validation. This is the state of most men as they step into an unforgiving dating market. But here's the bitter truth, my brother, and I truly mean it. The bitter truth. No woman will even bother looking your way unless you shine too bright for her to ignore. What do I mean by this? Look around you. How many men have made women the center of their orbit and a metric for their self-worth? You'll quickly realize that it's a percentage large enough to reveal how terribly modern men have lost the plot. They lead uninteresting, unexciting lives, toiling away to make ends meet. Now, I'm going to tell you the exact reason why girls don't chase you in 2 simple words. Listen closely. Female selection. Female selection has always been there since the beginning of mankind. Men would literally go to wars, destroy entire villages just to prove their worth. But the most brutal component of this fact is how small the percentage of men that women select really is. Women chase men of conviction, caliber, and competence, all of which are difficult to develop. If you have never worked on yourself as a man, then it should become abundantly clear why most girls don't chase you. Why would they? Why would a girl cross the barrier of her innate proclivity to be closed off and drop choosing signals or make the first approach to a man like you? I know this may hurt some of your feelings, but no one else will tell you this. No one cares enough to tell you this truth that can save you years of your life. If you haven't carved yourself into a man that garners admiration and love from the female judge of nature, you have little right to complain when the top-shelf man is surrounded by harems, leaving you out in the cold alone. Perhaps the only thing you can do is shake your fist at the sky and be angry at God. But that would only solidify your place in the lower rungs of the masculine hierarchy. So get this right in your mind, brother. Women chase men who chase excellence. This is the dating framework underpinned by both our societal evolution and biological nature. The moment you go chasing after a woman when you have never leveled up significantly, don't be surprised if she puts you in the friend zone. Women today have egos higher than Mount Everest, simply because every other man chases her. All that social validation from men who have nothing to their name. Don't be one of them, brother. Don't let her use you as another source of free validation, attention, and in some cases, even hard-earned money. Nature has already tipped the balance of power in women's favor. They are the more valuable sex, one with greater sway over reproduction and greater demand in the sexual marketplace. To many, it sounds crude and cold. But the fact is that men are the disposable sex, at least in today's society. If you don't believe me, then just go into a marriage court and you will see how everything has been positioned against men. In fact, I have heard many men say that the court system prioritizes women, then horses, then rats, then donkeys, and then men. By no means am I saying that women are villains, but what I am telling you, brother, is that it's a harsh world. And if you have nothing to offer, then don't expect anything in return, either from the world or from the women. Think about it. Sperm is cheap and eggs are expensive. But don't lose hope, brother. This is not the end-all and be-all. In fact, you can tip the balance back in your favor. How? Simple. By building yourself into a rare man of excellence. No matter what sort of BS society may say, success is not dependent on your genes or the cards you were given at birth. Your success is determined by your actions, period. But that process is painful, long, and arduous. That's why most men prefer the quiet comfort of being average. I have seen weak men settle for the breadcrumbs of attention that women drop to keep them orbiting around, than to allow themselves to go through the pain of rebirth where she chases you. You will hear these weak men say, "Oh, she needed money, so I spent all my last savings on her." Or, "Oh, she needed a ride to the club, so I sacrificed my sleep to get her there." It's time to be strong, brother. As a masculine, self-respecting man, never allow yourself to be used as a prop like this and quickly be discarded. No few seconds of lustful pleasure or the eye candy of a woman's body is worth the self-denigration that comes as a result of being an orbiting beta that has thrown all his goals to the wind and made a woman the center of his life. Here's the truth. Girls don't chase unless there's a reason to. In the olden days, women would drop the handkerchief, as it was called, or give you a chance to help her with something trivial as a way of making the approach. Women have been dropping the handkerchief for men throughout history, but only for a small elite group of men that check the right boxes. In fact, answer these questions right now. Is your physicality something you can be proud of? Yes or no? If the answer is no, then you have much work to do, brother, starting from today. Yes, today, not tomorrow. Now, answer this. Are you charming and charismatic? Is there substance and intelligence to you? Or are you a numbnut that can't string a coherent sentence together? As you go down the list one by one, you'll likely find fewer and fewer reasons for a girl to truly chase you. After all, there are plenty more guys where you came from. All it takes for her to replace you is a simple reply to one of her Instagram DMs, and she's got a date for tonight with a man much better in every regard than you. So, what option do you have? It's the same option all men throughout history have always had. Level up and become a dominant and competent man that garners genuine female attraction, or risk perishing from the pool of human genomes slowly. As they say, carving yourself is painful because you're both the sculptor and the stone. Chisel away at yourself and become a man you're proud of. Don't waste your time chasing, but wisely use your time attracting. Learn the difference between chasing and attracting. Chasing around girls is like a pathetic numbers game that should only be left to sleazy pickup artists in malls, spinning game and trying to strike up a conversation with an easy woman. That is not the standard you can hold yourself to and be proud of. Listen to this ancient proverb. If you wish to attract butterflies, don't chase around butterflies. but work on building a beautiful garden. So, go out and do the hard work of building the garden instead of trying to grab butterflies that quickly go away. There is no point in finding fault in the external world, whether in women, other men, or the way that society is set up. Girls are the gatekeepers of the dating market, and the desire for their companionship has led men to conquer lands and achieve great feats. They are a factor that drives masculine growth. Recognize this harsh truth about nature and set your actions in the right order. That is the only way you can become part of the 1% of men that garner the love and adoration of women. To see the next best way to level up as a man, check this video here.